Hello lads, lasses, and everyone in between and outside. So yeah, I know this is a very different video than what you're used to. It's not an animation. You cry. Blanks. Please, we've been waiting so long. Well, guess what? Because I have Ranboo brain rot and I need to make this video. So, hopefully this video won't be a complete mess and my theories and analysis for Ranboo's character will kind of make sense because I actually made a script. So first I'm going to mention a few things. One is thank you for 230 subscribers. I really was not expecting that. It's super cool, especially since I was stuck at like 170 for so long. And maybe I'll have an animation soon, but probably not. So next is a disclaimer because this is kind of a problem, but anything I say in this video is about the character unless specified otherwise. If I say Dream is a terrible person, that's just an example. I do not actually think that about Dream the person. I'm talking about the character. Just gotta put that out there. And finally, sorry if I talk too fast or if my mic is bad. I naturally talk fast and I'm recording this on my iPad. I've also never done a video like this before, so if I do more, hopefully I'll improve. So let's start. First, I want to go over Ranboo's morals and, things like that. So Ranboo aligns himself with whoever helps him. Him from lava, so he allowed Phil to leave when he was under house arrest. And Tommy said Ranboo had no part in burning down George's house, so Ranboo visited Tommy a lot when he was in exile and other things like that. And this can make him seem like a traitor, and he knows that. It's caused him a lot of conflict. He's had multiple panic attacks. It's terrible. Ranboo also severely dislikes sides. He thinks they cause way too many problems and he wants to avoid them at all costs. He didn't even want to team with Fundy because he was afraid it would turn into a side. And he's only considering allying himself with Quackity against Dream if everyone is on their side. But even then, he's worried about smaller teams forming within the big side. So now that we've established his beliefs, we can move on to my theory for his backstory and how that affects his character. So Ranboo did not have a home before L'Manberg, at least not a permanent one. I'm basing this off something he said when he lost his do not read memory journal. I might not have the quote exactly right, but hopefully it was something like this. Why would you betray the only people who have given you a home? This basically confirms that Ranboo didn't have a home before L'Manberg. Whether he wandered around by himself or was kicked out of everywhere he tried to live, I don't know. That has not been confirmed. Maybe it won't ever be confirmed, and I'm just digging into something that isn't there. But personally, I think he was kicked out of places because he was like part Enderman, and people, that can make people a little uncomfortable. And it's very clear that L'Manberg is fine with hybrids, so they would probably accept him. And I'm not entirely sure about this one, but I think in another one of his panic attacks, he said something along the lines of not again in reference to L'Manberg being torn apart. But I'm not going to go too deep into this because I have to research it more. I'm not even entirely sure if he actually said that. I might just be thinking of something wrong. Maybe he said that because in one of his old homes it was torn apart because people were picking sides, similar to how L'Manberg is now, and he's afraid of that happening again, which, it did. But the thing I really want to go into is how his lack of a home before L'Manberg distances him from the others. Ranboo wasn't there for all the wars. He wasn't there for the initial L'Manberg revolution, he wasn't there for the election, he wasn't there for Manberg versus Pogtopia. He wasn't there for any of that. He doesn't have the same emotional attachment to L'Manberg that the other citizens have, and the fact that he probably never had a permanent home before L'Manberg means that he also doesn't understand why someone would be so attached to a physical place. I mean, he said it himself. He said something along the lines of, I could build a dirt shack over there and it would be the same thing as L'Manberg. He's also constantly saying, why do you choose places, not people? And this shows that Ranboo has no attachment to the physical L'Manberg. He really only cares about his friends. He also constantly says that he'll never forget his friends, but he's never said he won't forget L'Manberg, because L'Manberg doesn't matter to him. He's happy anywhere as long as there are people he cares about with him. This could also be why he doesn't really see himself as a traitor for visiting Techno and Tommy. He doesn't see it as an us versus them, it's a these are my friends and I want to help them. The L'Manberg citizens don't see it that way, because Techno is threatening the place they have fought and died for. He's their enemy. I think Quackity is a really interesting example of that, but I have way too much to say on him for this video, so expect another one because I really want to and I have so much to say about Quackity. But this divides Ranboo and the other L'Manberg citizens. He doesn't want to risk his life for what he basically sees as just a pile of wood, while the others are ready to fight another war to keep it safe. or you know, they were until they kind of realized Ranboo was right, and then, you know, contributed to its destruction a little bit, but you know, it's fine. So, I mean, Ranboo almost immediately figured out that the sides caused too many problems, and that Dream is their real enemy. And I'm pretty sure he could see this so easily because of how he aligns himself. He has allies on either side, which allows him to get both perspectives, and he immediately noticed that Dream is terrorizing everyone. It's more than just, we don't like Technoblade, or Technoblade doesn't like the 16-year-old president. It's, Dream is causing problems, and we need to take him down. And, you know, Fundy tried to get the Lamamberg citizens to believe him, but they yelled at him and just called him a traitor. Eventually, Nikki and Fundy did realize he was right, but by then it was too late. Ranboo was way too paranoid to ally himself with anybody, and Lamamberg was gone, with Nikki solidifying that by burning the Laman tree. And I also might make a video on Nikki, so keep an eye out for that. Because even though they realized he was right, there's still that divide. They still can't see just how much Ranboo hates sides, and he still can't see why they need them. And you know, personally I agree with Ranboo. I think that the sides are and always have been a very big problem in Lamamberg, but I guess Ranboo is too, like, idealistic, if that's the right word, with his vision, because he doesn't want sides at all, which is impossible. There's always going to be some form of a side. Because he turned away Quackity's offer to have everyone turn against Dream, because he was afraid of conflicting opinions in the big group and more sides forming. Because, you know, that's what happened to Lamamberg before. A few people wanted to do things their own way, and suddenly there was an entire war. But I think that's all I'm gonna say for now, because, I mean, I could probably go for longer, but I'm getting sick of downloading speed paints. I just find Ranboo's character very interesting, and I can't wait to see more of him, because I know there is more. I saw his tweet about adding 900 more words to his Ranboo character document, just about his relationships with other characters. So, I know there's more. But yeah, so let me know if you'd be interested in more of these types of videos. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I have so many ideas for these types of videos. Like, I really want to do one on Quackity, because I have a ton of theories about him, so I'm almost definitely going to do that. But bye for now. Maybe I'll upload an animation soon, but who knows, my upload schedule sucks, so probably not. I do have ideas though, I just don't have the motivation. Okay, bye.